I'm here with the amazing instructor from Lake Ashton, Laurie, and we're looking at her right pinky and ring finger that are bothering her. So good, I'll let you tell everybody what exactly is going on with those.
Just continual pain, like I can't extend them completely out. And there's a little bit, I think it might be arthritis starting in it. It must be the wonderful getting close to 60. So I'm just needing some relief from it. I think it might be from opening heavy doors.
FYI, we'll definitely be looking at the ulnar nerve. So the ulnar nerve comes out of your neck, and that is what controls your pinky and your ring finger.
Okay.
All right. So the ulnar nerve comes out of your neck, down your arms to your pinky and ring finger. So first what we're going to do is test sensation. So does this feel like that?
Yeah, that's okay.
Does that feel like that?
Pretty much.
Good. Does that feel like that?
Mm-hmm.
Does that feel like that?
Yeah.
All right, so sensation's good. We're gonna do flexion of the wrist at the pinky side, so you're gonna pull in there. Now, as I do anything, if it hurts or cramps, immediately stop and immediately say stop. So pulling it that way, and don't let me unfold that. How's that?
That's fine.
Good.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so don't let me undo that, don't let me undo that. Okay, good. Let's go pinky to thumb. All right. Don't let me pull that apart. Don't let me pull that apart. Good.
That hurt a little bit.
Okay.
Not a lot, but a little bit.
So this one is just like, can you scrunch that up? So, and I want to see both. So, you're basically trying to flex that muscle and scrunch that up. All right, good. Finger abduction, spread the fingers. So, come on.
Yeah, that hurts.
Okay.
That's it. That's the ticket.
On the pinky side?
Yeah.
Okay. Hurts.
So that's abduction.
This, yeah, so pushing your pinky out to the side hurts.
So that hurt, and then the knuckle on that one hurt when that.
Okay. I want to test these joints for flexion, so don't let me undo that. Make sure, especially on the pinky. So.
Yeah, that's a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Weak. So any time I extend out, there's pain. Right in those two.
All right. Pull your thumb in. How's that?
That's
okay. It's good. Go pinky to. So again, to anything, be objective with it. If it makes it worse, tell everybody. If it makes it better, tell everybody. If you're not sure, tell everybody. But go ahead, pull those together.
Yeah, there's not as much pain in that. When you pull it apart, there's not as much pain.
Okay. Spread them apart.
No, not as much.
Okay. Still weak, but not as much pain.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
good.
I mean, it's weak, definitely, but I didn't like.
Yeah,
when
before
you did it last time,
it was
I felt
out.
pain in
Yeah.
there and here.
Okay, better. All right. So from these joints, I want to test these, especially here. So don't let me undo that.
That one's a little more. I mean, about the same.
Okay, so good. So a little bit better on the first two,
Yeah.
same on the third one.
Yeah.
I want you to work.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And yes, there's going to be some shoulders and stuff, but really try to get the spine.
So the turtle thing.
Yes, but really, like,
Okay, gotcha.
try to get it locally. Like, let me get the spine to go forward.
Okay.
Let me get the spine to go backwards.
Okay.
So at this spot, really try to get and you're going, yes. And if you're going to use this, use it to really get this going. Take your time, hold on a second. Now push this back. Yeah. Okay, yeah, get it going forward. This forward. And then this back. Yeah. This forward and this back. Yeah, don't.
Don't lean back.
Yeah, no, lean back. Try to get locally this little spot to come back.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's a troubled spot for you, but this spot to come back. Good.
I'm trying.
All right, good. Let's come on back over here.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh wow, yeah.
All right. So pull them together.
Yeah, I feel a lot more strength in it now.
Okay. Push them apart.
Yeah, I mean, I feel a little, but you
Yep.
know, it's not bad. Compared to what it was a lot.
Okay. And hold that.
Okay.
And definitely tell me to stop if I need to stop.
Okay, stop.
All right, good.
I don't want to remake it hurt.
No, I don't want to either. That's why yeah. And even though I say that, some people push through it. No.
Yeah.
As soon as if it hurts at all, tell me stop.
No, but those two, that right shoulder pressure release, and also the pushing back with the bone, that protruding bone, yeah, I can tell the difference.
Derived from C8 is a nerve. There is no C8 disc, so that's and T1. But those are the basically I said right in there. So if you remember, okay, yeah, if I massage those and I get those moving. So from here, now this is a nerve tensioning sequence. So definitely don't go into pain, and definitely keep it a gentle stretch. So whatever you need to do to keep it real gentle. So from here, bringing this up as much as you can. And definitely no pain, and definitely keep it gentle. And you may feel it anywhere from the base of your skull all the way down to your pinky and ring finger, but again, keep it really gentle. Okay? So twisting the hand so that the thumb goes up towards the ceiling and the pinky goes down. And then pack the shoulder and shoulder blade down. Send your hand back towards your butt, like basically by rotating the shoulder, send your hand back towards your butt as best you can without hurting anything, and keep it light. And then long round neck away. So actually turn your head, so turn your head straight and then to the side, long round neck. And again, as long as you keep it gentle, turn the thumb up. All right, come on, let's.
Okay.
So, at any point, like there's cumulative effect from both sides. So if this is like, if we keep doing this too much, it's going to aggravate this. But
Right.
so let me know if you feel like that too.
Yeah.
But gotta pull them together. Okay.
Yeah, this one I feel stronger, but this and this, it makes it more agitated.
Okay.
But extended out, that's like relief already. So
Good. All right. So yeah, as soon as it hurts at all, and I'm trying to go. Keep in mind what you just said. Go really gentle, but as soon as it hurts at all, go ahead, push it out.
yeah, that's better. Yeah, any stronger than that, it's like,
Okay. All right. Again, as soon as it hurts at all, let me know.
yeah, that's better.
Okay. Some spots where you can check on that is I'm going to see if I can say that right. Pisiform, which is this bone right here. So here. So how is, if anything, hurts or cramps, stuff, let me know. That's okay in there?
Yeah. Where it isn't is on the other side, flip side, there's starting to be some inflammation in there. And I had just recently noticed, it's not as bad as it was, but it's not bad now, but it was like, well, right in here. And I don't know if that's opposing muscles or not.
Yeah. All right, let's just check a little more. Anything?
A little bit.
All right, so same thing, let me know. And actually, I'll let you do it because you can feel, so like,
Okay.
just same thing, just finding where, yes, there's tension there, but like you're not aggravating it, and you're just going to give it a gentle massage and gentle, to like, no different than any other trigger point where you're going to
Right.
let the tension go, let the tension release. So there's that bone there, and just on the inside of that, again, you don't want to aggravate it like anybody working on a knot on your back or anything else, no different. That you just gentle massage and gently hold it, ideally for a couple of minutes to let that tension release.
And right in the wrist and the bone. Right.
I mean, you can go all the way around, but typically it's on the inside of that, on the hand side of that. And I'm not gonna,
Yeah, that helps.
I'm not gonna keep aggravating that, but I'll let you check in with that.
No, yeah, but really, this is the best check.
Okay.
If I can extend and there's no pain, because that's then the issue, is the pain that juts through the knuckles and down into that finger, so that one doesn't even extend out all the
Okay,
way.
good.
So, yeah.
I'm glad you said that, and a lot of times I'll give the common checks that are for that, but then I've had people at the end of the hour, and I also ask people like, how does it bother you? And then I've had people at the end of the hour go, well, this is what really bothers me. I'm like, you couldn't.
Why didn't you tell me that at the beginning, right?
Yeah, so that's good. If you know, and a lot of people don't understand, but if you know how, hey, this is how it bothers me,
Right.
and you're able to check it.
Yeah, I mean, it was really disturbing because I was literally not able to open those fingers fully without pain. So, and I don't feel that pain like that now.
Good. All right.
So, just like the other time when I had that problem with my leg and you helped me. So, thank you.
All right. Another spot where that tends to get stuck is inside.
That's fine.
See, so in here. So tell me, like, how's that in there?
Not tender.
Kinda. All right. So same thing. Like you'd ideally like, hey, let me massage that, and again just hold that tension. And how's over here, the funny bone, which usually isn't so funny. How's that?
No, well, right there, yes. Yeah. I mean, there's some considerable.
Yeah, let this relax. Yeah, so to check, the ulnar nerves come in, like I said, it's coming out of here, but then it comes down here. And so, yeah, some spots where it might get, in here,
Right.
in there.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So again, you can,
Just work.
just
work
like
on
that.
it.
Yeah, ideally for a couple minutes on each spot, and you're just like, okay, sure you can massage it, but a lot of times it's better just to
Pressure.
hold that and just hold light tension and let it dissipate for a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's given a lot more relief. Yay! That's pretty amazing that just those pressure points can relieve that kind of pressure.
Yeah, when you understand, because a lot of people don't realize, like, hey, my pinky and this, and they want to look at this instead of, and sometimes it is there, but other times it's okay. That's coming out of your neck, and let's check all the way from your neck all the way down to your
All the nerves
all
that
the way
connect.
down, and so yeah.
So, like you've talked about before in your classes too, that there's a kink in something that's in the flow.
Yeah, and we're looking at mostly nerve glides, so yes, to say like, hey, that should come, there's a nerve that runs all the way out of your neck and down, and as I move my body or my hand, those nerves should move freely through all that material.
Right.
But a lot of times from injury, disuse, or just life happens.
Overuse,
It gets stuck somewhere, so it gets caught on a bone, it gets caught in a muscle, and so if it's stuck in there and we move, it pulls on the nerve. So to realize, like, okay, like I said, some common spots where you can feel that, okay, a lot of times it might get stuck in there, and okay, you can work that, and basically, if it's inflamed there, that's probably where a spot where that's getting stuck. Okay, let's get it moving freely in there. Okay, is it moving freely through here? If not, it's going to be tender and inflamed. Or is it moving freely through here? No, is it tender and inflamed? Let's actually look at the upper arm. So it tends to be between the bicep and the tricep, more on the tricep side.
More probably on the bicep, actually.
And there's other nerves in there, but at the same time, yes, if there's anything in there that's, if you press hard enough on any nerve, you're gonna feel it. But if you're like, if I'm doing what I'm doing now, which is kind of light, and you're like, oh, it's obviously like lights up and it's inflamed, then I would same thing do some of that.
Yeah, I can definitely. The awareness is there, and it's interesting because you don't really even know or care about these movements until you're hurting, and then you really care. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, relax, breathe.
Deep breath in, deep breath out, like I say in my classes all the time. Yeah, I can feel it in there.
Some tension in there.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin, you got some work to do.
Yeah, I do. Definitely.
Yeah, and that release is good right there.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Because there was definitely a knot there. It's not there anymore. All right, check
Not there is not there.
The knot is not there.
Yeah, that's great. It really is. It's like, woo, yay.
These are all drills for your ulnar. That'll help your ulnar. It can help a lot of things. So the first one is cervical rotation. So I say it on class all the time. We tend to just use the base of our neck and be compressed. So you think about using everything in your neck. The long neck, rotate every vertebrae. So really continue to play with the idea of long neck and everything rotates. Long neck, everything rotates. Good. All right. Lateral flexion, same idea. We tend to just kind of hinge from the bottom and go left and right instead of really thinking a long, round neck.
So you're extending the vertebra.
Yeah, so yes, stretch it tall. Keep the long neck as we round out everyone to the side. Keep a long neck as you round out everyone to the side. Think about a old locomotive where this is the big wheel and this is the little wheel, because a lot of times when people ask them to do this stuff over here, they get big movements from here. You should be able to keep this almost stationary and move this forward, move it back, but keep it, okay, yeah. Can you keep you there and move it back? So right now it's kind of coming up and back.
Yeah, because there's pain.
Okay. Yeah, so without aggravating anything, you do want to work that where you're like, okay, can I put this back in neutral and come straight back? But naturally, you still come up a little bit and you drop your elbow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so to recognize that, you go, okay, even just forward and back. From here, can I go forward and back?
Yeah, that hurts.
So don't be aggravating it, but like little by little, like realizing you're missing a range of motion there. Okay, let me work on that. All right, so from here, can you go up? Let's just go up. And can you go down? Yeah. All right, now try without aggravating, go make that circle. And try to get down and back on that circle without dropping your elbow. And this is just here to make sure, like, you're aware of it. You notice sometimes how you're trying to drop you're pushing down on your elbow to try to get the shoulder
To overcompensate the pain.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of missing this spot over here.
Yeah. It's kind of hurting, that's why.
Yeah, so definitely don't, and I wouldn't push into anything that aggravates, that hurts, but just knowing, okay, I'm missing the spot, and over time I need to work into that without hurting. So to keep, and again, keep it gentle. So how much can you?
I can do that.
Yeah, as much as you can, keeping it gentle, and just go shoulder. And switch directions. All right. Now, keep that, but push it across the body as much as you can. Push it across the body as much as you can. And switch directions. And again, keep that gentle extension best you can. Let's go.
Back.
Yeah. Again, looking for those stuck spots, missing spots, painful spots, and not aggravating it, but like, okay, spots you got to work on. So just
Lower.
yeah.
Yeah, that one doesn't hurt as much as the other ones. Because there's not as much abduction.
Yeah. And then best you can overhead with the finger and wrist extension. So basically you're doing, top circles, bottom circles, cross body, side of body, front, back. All right.
Yeah, that helps.
So elbow circles with wrist and fingers in extension. So again, we're going after the ulnar nerve. So, okay, keeping the extension on the wrist and fingers. Let's reverse it. Good. Wrist AP glides, lateral glides. I'm going to turn that into a circle, so, because you're so good. So, flex, again, well, without hurting anything, flex them as much as you can. Push them out to the side, so keep your elbows there, but push out from the wrists. So keep your elbows by your sides, but push out from the wrists. And then drop it down and extend the wrists. And then when you come inside, when the forearms move in, lead with your wrist. So we're doing circles, but with that circle, I'm leading with my wrist, clockwise or counterclockwise. So if I go, I'm going out, I'm leading with my wrist. I'm going up, I'm leading with my wrist. I'm going in, I'm leading with my wrist.
It's hard.
And for this one, let's keep palms down. And if this is a challenge, you got homework.
Yeah, really.
I think you realize that what you're doing is not what I'm doing.
No, definitely not. Like no,
Come on
I
up.
I don't even want to show.
Just make everybody else feel better. Yeah, so, and anybody, I mean, really, I'll throw myself under the bus too, because Laurie is an amazing fitness instructor, but no different than when I went to class for all this, you know, the teacher's like, you know, your body should move like this way, and your body should move this way, and I'm like, what if it doesn't? That's why you're here. So, up, in, down, out. All right, you keep that going.
Okay.
See how you're missing the out? Switch directions. And there's time like you want to rotate instead of push it out. You know, you want to do other things. Yeah, don't let it rotate. And when you're missing, the idea too, for everybody, when you're missing ranges of motion that should be just basic human motion, it affects a lot of other things. It can affect other things.
Very good point.
Yeah. So right now, and I think it's good just to get that circle, but then, you know, I definitely jump to an advanced version of like, hey, it's good to get that circle, but then once I get that circle, let me get a bigger, more, push that range, push that range, push that range.
I almost have to hold the hands to actually, to actually get it to cooperate.
Yeah, and to give you an idea, if you've been in class with me before, I've seen people hold their hand and still do that. So yes, it's to get to lead with the wrist, which is not most people in our domesticated lives. We don't tend to lead with the wrist. We tend to lead with our fingers.
I think I can do this.
Yeah, and then can you?
But yeah.
So side to side is we can work on. Yeah.
Okay.
Figure eights. All right. So. Good, because and a lot of people, she started with her elbows and her shoulders. So to realize that, and that's okay to get it going, but okay, let's narrow it down. Let's really get it down to the wrists. And with the wrists, yes, once you get your figure eight, if you have trouble with the figure eight, just work one. But once you get the figure eight, to realize, am I really getting my extension? Am I really getting my flexion? Am I really getting my deviation? So within that figure eight, are my hands and my wrists going in all directions and pushing all ranges? And if you can lead with your thumbs, you can lead with your pinkies. Do your best. And keep going. It is very normal for people, if they haven't done it before, that they when they get lead with the thumbs. Let's lead with the thumbs again. then you go lead with your pinkies, and their brain kind of stutters a little bit. And I got to figure that out. If you put it on a piece of paper on the wall, or I had a chalkboard or a whiteboard, I would put an infinity sign, which is basically a figure eight laying down, and then just imagine you got in front of you, you got a figure eight either drawn on something, and you just trace it with your pinky.
Oh, okay, is that better?
Again, if you really have trouble, just work one. And imagine that, like I said, or either imagine it, or if you really need to,
That-
like I said, draw it on the board, draw it on a piece of paper, put it on the wall, and just trace it with your pinky.
I have to
Trace it
think
with your
about
pinky.
tracing it.
And then, and if you really need to put 2 of them up there, and go, okay, I'm gonna trace that with my pinky to get it, to get the pattern, and then once you get the pattern, to be able to really, again, push the range on your wrist in all directions. And again, if you understand what we're doing, this isn't just about wrists, even though her problems is at her fingers. When the wrists, any part of the hands don't work right, any part of anything doesn't work right, it affects the whole nervous system. So these are neurology-based movements that help improve the whole nervous system in neurology. Laurie's got some homework to do. The last drill for the ulnar nerve on here is finger circles with wrist in extension and elbows in flexion. So this is Laurie's chance for me to show everybody my kryptonite, because this does not, this does not work for me. This is my rehab drill. No version of this works for me. So in wrist extension and elbow flexion. All right, so you should be able to, well, I'm just gonna do this. So just like I can circle that finger by itself, my index finger works great, or pretty good. The rest of mine don't. I need to work on them. So you should be able to do like that with all your fingers. But especially for the ulnar nerve, we're gonna do it from here and say, can I do that with my pinky and ring finger? Can you smoothly circle just your pinky? Can you smoothly, and I cannot at this, not yet. So,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah. So from there, can you smoothly, yeah. And I would even say at the beginning, if you need to, like, take that and just do that. Or if you needed to, like, hey, can I hold these and try that? And, you know, like, whatever you need to do, eventually you should just be able to do it on its own. Yeah. And for what we're talking about, we're especially looking for the pinky and ring finger, but ideally we should be able to do that with all fingers. And again, these should be simple human movements that should be easy. And if they're not, I would encourage you to work on them, because they make a difference not only in your fingers, but in everything.
Because everything chain links a fit.
Yeah, like even though we're talking about, hey, the ulnar nerve as if it was a separate nerve, I think an important principle is how many nerves do we have? We have one nerve. It's a web. So if anywhere in that web of nerves is not working right, it affects the whole thing. So you can look at that from getting dysfunction standpoint, or you can look at that as a rehab standpoint. All right.
Very good.
All right. It's a wrap for today.